awakening shock. There's a truth about money that most people don't want to hear, let alone accept, a truth that turns everything. Here it is. Money is not something you need to work tirelessly to earn. You don't need to hustle, struggle, or sacrifice your joy to chase after money. In fact, the more desperately you chase it, the faster it seems to run from you. You might be thinking, that's ridiculous. How can I not work hard to earn money? How else am I supposed to survive? But stay with me, because once you understand the deeper logic, money does not come from hard labor. It flows from alignment. It comes when you are in harmony with yourself. When you live joyfully, peacefully, and true to your soul's essence, money is drawn to you. Not because you begged for it or forced it to come, but because. Of course, I know what you're thinking. Easy for you to say, I don't have money now. But the logic actually runs in the opposite direction. It's because you're not aligned with your inner truth that you don't have money, because you are trapped in. Let's be clear. Money is important. It keeps your physical body alive. It allows you to function in this earthly playground. But money has a spirit of its own. It cannot be tamed by desperation. So I'll ask you again, are you ready to hear more truths like this? Truths that may shatter your long-held beliefs about wealth? Because if so, what I'm about to share next will give you a completely new system of thought. One that is, welcome to the awakening. Let's begin. Money as energy. Most people think money is just paper, numbers on a screen, or a tool for buying, and money is energy. It is a living, vibrating force that moves according to frequency, rhythm, and resonance. You don't earn money simply because you toil longer or harder. You don't deserve. Money doesn't respond to pressure, it responds to energy. Imagine that your life is a planet, and money is a satellite orbiting around it. The stronger your gravitational pull, your personal energy field, the more effortlessly money moves toward you. You don't have to chase it, you don't have to beg. The more you chase money, the more it runs. Let's talk about something uncomfortable. Have you ever felt like no matter how much effort you put in, money still slips through your fingers? That's because you're operating on a low energy frequency, a state of lack, fear, and attachment. You think, if I don't work harder, I'll lose everything. So you overwork. You sacrifice health, joy, and relationships. But you're not attracting money. You're repelling it because your energy is shouting, I'm not enough, I'm afraid, I don't trust. Money doesn't live in fear. It lives in expansion. It responds to calm certainty, not anxious striving. The energy you emit is your financial blueprint. Whether you realize it or not, every moment of your day, you are broadcasting a message to the universe through your energy. Money doesn't care about your resume, your degrees, or your long list of goals. It cares about the vibration you're living in. If you live in joy, you emit abundance. If you live in gratitude, you emit attraction. If you live in stress, scarcity, or guilt, you emit repulsion. That's why so many people who do all the right things still struggle financially. They check all the boxes, work hard, and energy never lies. Money reads that vibration clearly. It feels it. And if that vibration says, I'm not ready, money will respect your message and go elsewhere. Money comes when you no longer emotionally need it. This might sound contradictory, but the more detached you are from needing money, why? Because emotional neediness emits the vibration of lack. When you obsess over money, panic over your bank balance, or compare yourself to. But when you live in trust, joy, and purposeful creation, regardless of your bank balance, you tell and that's when money shows up. Not because you manipulated it, not because you forced it, but because you became a source of high-level energy, and money simply followed the pull. The truth hurts for it heals. Maybe these ideas upset you. Maybe they contradict everything you've believed for decades. But truth has a way of making us uncomfortable before it sets us free. So here's an invitation. For the next 30 days, live at a higher frequency. No complaining, no fear-based decisions, no chasing, just alignment, just gratitude, just integrity, just service. Live as if you are already abundant and see how the world responds. Why you're still poor. Let's be honest. Most people are not poor because they lack intelligence. They're not poor because they're lazy in the traditional sense. They're not even poor because of external circumstances. They're poor because they've never dared to confront the real problem. A poor inner world. Yes, I said it. Not poor finances, poor mindset, poor awareness, poor energy. This may sting, it may feel harsh, but sometimes the truth needs to hurt before it heals. The real reason you're still broke? Mental laziness. That's right, not physical laziness, but mental laziness. You may be working 10 to 12 hours a day, commuting, paying bills, doing everything that looks like hard work. But have you ever sat down to truly develop your inner self? Have you consciously cultivated a strong, luminous, abundant soul? Probably not. Most people are too mentally exhausted, too emotionally drained, or too afraid to even look within. It's far easier to blame the system, the government, your parents, your childhood. But the truth is far simpler and more empowering. You're poor because you haven't done the inner work required to become rich. You are dominated by fear, not vision. Let's go deeper. You say, I can't be joyful now, I have bills to pay. But that very mindset is what keeps you broke. Because when you live from fear, fear of not surviving, fear of not having enough, you emit a frequency of scarcity. You don't take risks that align with your soul. You don't create from love, you operate from panic. You're reactive, not intentional. And that fear, that survival mode thinking, repels opportunities, drains creativity, and weakens your natural ability to attract abundance. The poor have a set of toxic beliefs that keep them trapped. You might not realize it, but you're repeating toxic affirmations daily. Making money is hard. I'm not good enough. Rich people are lucky or dishonest. I'm too busy surviving to grow. I don't have the skills to succeed. I don't have the right network or resources. Sound familiar? Each of these beliefs acts like a virus, corrupting your energy system from the inside. They form the invisible walls of your mental prison, and no amount of hard work will break. Lack of money isn't the problem. Lack of soul energy is. Here's the truth. Your financial state is not a result of missing money. It's a reflection of missing energy. Money is attracted to strength, clarity, and conviction. If your soul is weak, if you're constantly second-guessing, giving up, running from discomfort, how can money trust you? You wouldn't hand over $1 million to someone who's emotionally unstable and self-doubting. So why would the universe? Until you strengthen your soul, your integrity, your values, your mindset, you will continue to live in a... The cycle of poverty is not economic, it's spiritual. Most people spend their whole lives stuck in a poverty loop. Earn, spend, fear, repeat. They never pause to ask, what belief is driving me? What energy am I living in? What part of me still feels undeserving of wealth? This endless cycle isn't broken by earning more. It's broken by raising your consciousness and releasing the internal blocks that keep recreating the same reality. Want to stop being poor? Start with your inner work. Forget side hustles for a moment. Forget stock tips. Start with your inner world. Build self-trust. Align your actions with your higher self. Identify and destroy your limiting beliefs. Stop living in fear of lack and start living in love with growth. Because the soul that grows will eventually overflow. And when your soul overflows, money will come, not as a reward, but as a natural consequence of who you've become. You're not poor because you're unlucky. You're poor because you haven't awakened yet. But now you know. And now that you know, you have a choice. Keep living by the same beliefs that created your poverty, or rewrite the script and become someone who no longer fits the frequency of being broke. What makes a high-level soul? By now, you may have realized something vital. Making money is not just about action, it's about vibration. And your vibration? It comes from the depth and quality of your soul. So the question is no longer, how can I earn more? The real question is, how do I become the kind of soul that money is naturally drawn to? This is where the concept of a high-level soul comes in. A high-level soul is not about being perfect, religious, or morally superior. It's about being powerfully aligned with universal truths that govern energy, creation, and wealth. Let's explore what makes such a soul magnetic, unstoppable, and deeply rich on every level. A high-level soul trusts in universal truths. At the core of a high-level soul is unshakable belief, not in money, but in universal laws that go beyond currency. They believe in truth. They respect truth. They live truth, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. This includes belief in cause and effect, that every thought, word, and action has consequences. Belief that everything starts from the heart, and the quality of your inner world shapes your outer experience. Belief that all is one, that the separation between me and you, success and service, is just an illusion. Belief in merit and karma, that giving without expectation builds invisible wealth that always returns. Belief that you are already enough, you were born whole, and no external thing can add to your essence. Belief in destiny and inner guidance, that your life has purpose beyond comfort, and your conscience is the compass. Belief in integration, that true power comes when your knowledge and your actions are in harmony. This faith in higher laws becomes the foundation of their decisions. They're not swayed by fear or trends. They choose what's right, not just what's profitable. And because of that, the universe trusts them with more. A high-level soul finds and honors their purpose. A high-level soul doesn't chase random goals or copy others' dreams. They discover their own calling, something they both love and are skilled at, something that feels like a divine assignment. Their work is not just work, it's a mission. Their product is not just a commodity, it's an offering to humanity. And because their work is infused with meaning, their energy becomes unstoppable. They align 4 elements into one clear flow. Career, what they commit their life to. Willpower, the force that fuels them through resistance. Contribution, the desire to serve, uplift, and improve others' lives. Quality, a relentless commitment to excellence, no matter how small the task. When these 4 fuse together, the result is radiant magnetism, a business, a message, a presence that people can't ignore. Money flows not because of marketing, but because of meaning. A high-level soul radiates light, not lack. Let's be clear, a high-level soul isn't immune to challenges. But even in darkness, they choose light. They don't get lost in complaining or blaming. They take radical responsibility. They cultivate a deep sense of joy, clarity, and inner power, and people can. Their heart is calm. Their words have weight. Their energy is clean. They attract opportunities, partners, and clients, not because they chase them, but because their actions are rooted in wisdom and integrity. A high-level soul doesn't act recklessly. They measure their steps with care, because they know every act is a seed, and every seed has a harvest. If they believe in karma, they'll refine every thought. If they believe that all things arise from the heart, they'll nurture their inner life. If they believe in unity, they'll focus on collective good, not just personal gain. They don't cut corners, even when no one's looking. They don't produce mediocrity, even when it would be easier. And that's why their work shines. That's why money becomes the echo of their alignment. The high-level soul is rich before money arrives. Here's the paradox. High-level souls often feel rich long before they're financially wealthy. Why? Because they're rich in meaning, rich in values, rich in self-awareness and peace, rich in love, purpose, and clarity. And this inner wealth sends out a frequency that attracts outer wealth like a magnet. When others see obstacles, they see invitations. When others see lack, they see possibility. And money sees them and follows them. In summary, a high-level soul is not someone who tries to earn money through force. They are someone who becomes the type of person money naturally gravitates toward. They don't act out of fear. They don't conform to trends. They don't hustle for approval. They live in truth. They serve with love. They walk in wisdom. They radiate quality. And for that, money becomes the inevitable consequence of their being. The real difference between the rich and the poor. Why do some businesses close within 3 years, while others thrive for decades on the same street? Why do some people attract wealth seemingly without effort, while others struggle their whole lives just to survive? You may be tempted to point to timing, marketing, or industry trends. But peel back the surface. It's not about the environment. It's not about the market. It's about the individual. At the core of every lasting success is a human being, someone who's internal. So what then is the real difference between the rich and the poor? It's not luck. It's not even intelligence. It's energy, belief, and internal identity. Rich people are rich from the inside out. Truly wealthy individuals aren't always the smartest in the room. They're not always the ones who talk the most, network the most, or grind the hardest. But they have something the poor often don't: a stable, powerful inner world. They don't constantly doubt themselves. They don't carry guilt for their desires. They don't feel like they need permission to succeed. Instead, they live in alignment with their values. They carry a quiet certainty. They radiate confidence. not arrogance, but a calm, unshakable trust in who they are. This internal certainty affects every decision they make. They invest rather than impulsively spend. They focus on long-term gains, not short-term gratification. They build slowly and steadily, trusting in their ability to weather setbacks. In short, they are the source of abundance, not just recipients of it. Poor people are trapped in low-energy patterns. On the other side, the poor often live in mental and emotional loops of scarcity. Their days are filled with thoughts like, how can I make it through this week? Why does money never stay with me? What's the fastest way to get rich? I just need a lucky break. But here's the hard truth. These thoughts don't just reflect poverty. They create and sustain it. The poor often act from fear, not vision. They settle for jobs they hate, stay in toxic environments, and repeat the same choices year after year. Not because they're lazy, but because they're energetically weak, trapped in a belief system that says they're powerless. The inner script defines the outer reality. The rich and the poor operate on entirely different scripts. The rich think in terms of value creation, while the poor think in terms of survival. The rich ask, what can I build, contribute, or solve? The poor ask, what can I get, avoid, or protect? One is proactive, the other is reactive. One expands, the other contracts. One creates, the other consumes. And the universe, which always responds to energy, aligns accordingly. It's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. You might say, that's easy for rich people to do. They already have money. But remember, many wealthy people started with nothing. So what changed? Their internal identity. They didn't wait to feel abundant after they made money. They adopted an abundant mindset before the money came. And it was that mindset that unlocked the creativity, discipline, and clarity that built their fortune. Meanwhile, many poor people, even when given money, lose it quickly. Why? Because their internal self-image doesn't know how to hold wealth. You can only keep what you believe you deserve. True wealth is a frequency. Wealth is not a number, it's a frequency. And your life always reflects the frequency you live in. Rich people vibrate on a frequency of clarity, service, and expansion. Poor people often vibrate on a frequency of fear, resentment, and self-doubt. Change your frequency, and your results will follow. But if you try to change your results without changing your vibration, everything will revert, no matter how much you try. So what kind of person are you becoming? Forget your income for a moment. Forget your resume. Ask yourself, do I act from love or from fear? Do I see possibility or danger? Do I give freely or hoard and calculate? Do I honor quality or just try to get by? Do I believe life supports me or that I'm always one step away from collapse? Because these questions define who you are becoming, and who you are becoming will either attract or repel wealth. Part 6. The 3 fundamental truths about making money. We've reached a critical turning point. You've learned that money is energy. You've seen that chasing money doesn't work, and that internal alignment is the key to attraction. But now it's time to go even deeper. Let's explore the 3 most essential truths about making money. Truths that, once internalized, these are not tactics, they are laws, silent, powerful, universal. Truth number 1, effort alone will never make you wealthy. We were raised to believe that the harder you work, the more money you earn. It sounds noble, logical, fair, but reality says otherwise. Look around. Do the hardest working people you know also happen to be the wealthiest? Do factory workers, miners, waiters, or caregivers, who often work 10 to 14 hours a day, also drive luxury cars and own investment portfolios? Usually not. Why? Because effort does not equal income. Yes, effort matters, but it's only a multiplier, not a creator. It can amplify results, but it cannot produce wealth on its own. Why? Because your time and energy are finite. You have 24 hours in a day and your physical stamina is limited. The more you exert yourself, this is the tragedy of many hardworking people. They spend their lives exchanging energy for money, then use that money to buy back the energy they've lost. That cycle is a trap, and if you never escape it, you'll always be surviving, never thriving. Perception, awareness, determines possession. Here's a deeper truth. No one can hold on to wealth that exceeds their level of awareness. Let that sink in. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you can sustain. And the only way to sustain wealth is by having the inner awareness to handle it. This explains why some people win the lottery and lose it all within years. It explains why some successful business owners suddenly collapse when their company scales. They lack the mental framework, the financial consciousness, to maintain the wealth that was handed to them. The gap wasn't in knowledge, it was in perception. What is perception? Perception is the lens through which you interpret and navigate reality. A poor perception sees danger in every risk and obstacles in every opportunity. A wealthy perception sees structure, timing, patterns, and opportunity where others see chaos. Your perception shapes your decisions, and your decisions shape your destiny. That's why two people can receive the same opportunity, yet one multiplies it and the other wastes it. One is acting from clarity and emotional maturity. The other is reacting from fear or ego. Why most people stay stuck? Most people focus on acquiring information, not upgrading perception. They read books, watch videos, attend courses, but their life doesn't change. Why? Because information is external. Perception is internal. Until you change your perception, your beliefs, your identity, your energetic baseline, you'll keep recreating and perception can't be bought, it must be cultivated through reflection, self-discipline, and conscious growth. Timing is everything. Momentum creates leverage. Let's talk about something often overlooked: timing. You might have all the right tools, all the right traits, all the right strategies, but if you're late to the game, you lose. This is the law of cycles, the law of momentum, the law of energy windows. Every opportunity has a prime window of entry. If you enter early, even small actions generate massive results. If you enter late, even massive actions may yield very little. This is true in business, investing, careers, even personal growth. Early movers win. The first to move always have an edge. They have room to fail and learn without fatal consequences. They gain market share while others are still skeptical. They build momentum when it's easiest to grow. By the time the majority catches up, the rules of the game have. This is why, when you hear someone bragging about a money-making opportunity, it's probably already too late. And if they're offering it to you freely, chances are, you're the product, not the partner. Know when to jump and when to walk away. Being rich isn't just about saying yes. It's about saying yes at the right time and saying no when something is already past its prime. Don't cling to trends. Don't invest in something just because others are making money from it. Don't get caught in the illusion of too late is better than never. Because in business and in life, missed timing is more dangerous than missed skill. Summary of the three truths. Let's review. Effort is not the cause of wealth. It is a tool. Without strategy and structure, effort is wasted. Awareness is the container for wealth. You can only hold what your perception can handle. Timing creates leverage. Enter early and you'll gain effortlessly. Enter late and you'll. Together, these truths form the backbone of lasting wealth. You're not failing because you're lazy. You're failing because you're using the wrong blueprint. The world doesn't reward the most exhausted. It rewards the most aligned, those who understand when to act, how to grow. Part 7. Money is an attraction force, not a physical asset. Most people see money as a solid object, cash, coins, numbers, and a bank account. But those who truly understand wealth know something much deeper. Money is not a fixed possession. It's a moving force, a gravitational pull. It does not stay with you because you hold it tight. It stays because your energy pulls it in, consistently, naturally, powerfully. That's why some people earn well but can't keep anything, and others, without flashy effort, always seem to have money around them. Money responds to vibration, not desperation. Have you ever noticed? The more desperate you are for money, the more it seems to slip through your fingers. That's because desperation emits lack. It's the energetic message: I don't have enough. I don't trust. I need to grasp, control, hoard. But money, like any high-frequency energy, doesn't stay where there's fear or panic. It thrives where there is confidence, generosity, and clarity. In other words, the more you chase money, the faster it runs. But the more you become magnetic, the more it chooses to stay. Your energy field is a financial signal. You are constantly broadcasting signals into the universe, and those signals determine how much abundance you attract or repel. If your daily thoughts are filled with worry about expenses, jealousy of others' success, frustration over your situation, then you're sending a message of financial instability. But if you live in gratitude, purpose, generosity, then you send the opposite signal. I am already abundant, and the universe always matches your signal. not your words, not your desires, but your energetic truth. The stronger your inner gravity, the less you have to chase. Imagine money like a comet in space. It doesn't stop for everyone. It orbits those with strong gravitational pull. That pull is your internal stability, your value, your spiritual mass. The deeper your peace, the clearer your mind, the brighter your joy, the stronger your gravity. When you focus on growing that gravity, money naturally rotates around your life. It comes not because you demand it, but because you've become a safe and worthy home for it. Summary: you don't earn money, you attract it. Let go of the idea that you must fight, beg, or strain for money. Let go of the mindset that money is hard, distant, or conditional. Instead, ask, what kind of person does money feel safe with? What kind of energy would pull money toward me instead of pushing it away? What can I shift within so that money becomes a natural byproduct of who I am? Because in the end, money is not a thing to chase. It is a force that responds to who you choose to become. 3 ways to absorb energy from the universe. By now, you understand a core truth. Wealth is energy. It is not earned through force. It is attracted through vibration. And the key to attracting more wealth, is to increase your internal energy. But how exactly do you do that? Let's move from concept to practice. There are 3 powerful ways to absorb energy directly from the universe. Not symbolic energy. Real, tangible, life-shifting energy that transforms your frequency and opens the gateway to abundance. These 3 methods are not motivational tricks. They are ancient, sacred, and universal in effect. And surprisingly, they all begin with love. Gratitude. Opening the highest channel of receiving gratitude isn't just a polite habit. It's not just about saying thank you. Gratitude is a vibrational alignment, a signal that says, I recognize the good in this moment. I honor what I've been given. I trust the flow of life. And in that state, your energy field expands, your mind opens, your heart relaxes, your fear dissolves. Gratitude is the antidote to scarcity. What should you be grateful for? Everything. Yes, everything. Not just your blessings, but your struggles. Not just your comfort, but your pain. Not just your gains, but your losses. Gratitude becomes a powerful energetic portal when you learn to say, thank you for the betrayal. It taught me boundaries. Thank you for the delay. It strengthened my patience. Thank you for the failure. It revealed my blind spots. The moment you stop resisting life and start appreciating it, you stop leaking energy. You become a powerful receiver of insight, inspiration, and abundance. Giving. Unlocking the flow of energetic circulation. Here's a truth most people don't understand. You don't give because you have. You have because you give. Energy is meant to circulate. When you hold on, you block the flow. But when you give freely, generously, intentionally, you become a conduit of energy. And the universe always refills what it flows through. Give what? Your time, your wisdom, your care, your attention, your skills, your presence, your service. Don't wait until you're rich to give. Giving is how you become rich, inside and out. And don't give with expectation. Give because it's who you are. When giving becomes your identity, receiving becomes inevitable. Giving is the energy of trust. To give is to say, I am not afraid. I live in a generous universe. I have more than enough. This is the opposite of survival mode thinking, which says, I must protect, hide, and hoard. The more you give with trust, the more energy you unlock. And the more energy you have, the more you attract, naturally, effortlessly. Sincere praise, transforming jealousy into power. This is the most underestimated energy practice of all, and perhaps the hardest, because it requires you to master one of the most toxic human tendencies, comparison. The truth about comparison. From childhood, we're taught to compete, get better grades, be the favorite child, beat your classmates, outperform your coworkers, be the best. So what happens? When someone else wins, we secretly feel smaller. When someone shines, we feel threatened. When someone has more, we feel less. This silent jealousy eats away at your vibration like rust. It creates energetic friction between you and the very people who could inspire, help, or elevate you. Praise shifts your frequency instantly. When you praise someone sincerely, without envy, without sarcasm, without defense, you do something incredible. You join their frequency. You stop being the outsider looking in. You become part of the energy they're radiating. And when you live in the energy of those who are successful, creative. So instead of feeling insecure when your friend buys a house or launches a business, say, That's beautiful. I'm happy for you. Thank you for showing me what's possible. You're inspiring me to level up. Do this, and you transform competition into co-creation. You shift from isolation to alignment. Praise reveals your readiness. The ability to praise others is a reflection of your own emotional maturity. It proves that you trust your time,